core services and digital systems. We also expanded our business rescue and aftercare support program to support more businesses and established the non-individual register. Honorable Chair and honorable members, our strategic plan which is set to run from the financial 2025-2026 to financial 2029 to 2030 is aligned to the National Development Plan and is built around 5 core objectives, which include improving access to and the quality of registration services, strengthening communication and awareness, strengthening the legal and institutional framework, promoting innovation, creativity, and competitiveness, as well as enhancing sustainable infrastructure. In the financial year 2026-2027, as the Bureau, we are set to prioritize decentralization of our services to all areas of the country. We also set to ensure enhanced access to finance through the movable property registry, also expanding our business rescue and aftercare programs, as well as operationalizing the non-individual register. For us to be able to provide these services, we're also focusing on systems like reliability, data integrity, intellectual property and corporate services, as well as improving clients' experience and prioritize legal reforms. Honorable Chair, as far as our budgets are concerned for this financial year, our budget is 69.959 billion, which increased compared to the last financial year's budget, which was 66.503 billion. And Honorable Chair, I accept our appreciation to this committee for the continuous support in ensuring that our budgetary needs are met by government for us to be able to offer services. Honorable Chair, the increase in the budget allocation covered largely wage and non-wage expenditure, but also reported that the development funding remained unchanged at 3.9 billion, as well as the provision for areas declined, speaking to our commitment to settle outstanding areas. As we speak today, we have a wage funding gap of 2.759 billion to fully implement our structure, and at the appropriate time, this is when you're presenting our budget, Honorable Chair and honorable members, I will speak to this and seek for your support to ensure that we are fully constituted and be able to offer all those services. Honorable Chair, our request before this committee is for continued support and through adequate financing, timely consideration of priority legal reforms, and continued oversight as the Bureau expands reliable, accessible, and secure registration services across the country. I'll move to page 1, which of the details of the report. Honorable Chair, I'll quickly run through the report.
Now, before you go to page 1, I invite our guests to some refreshments at the back, because we're already in lunch time, so you could pick a cup of tea or water or a bite. Thank you. Please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. On page 1 of the report, we speak to the Uganda Legislation Services Bureau mandate, and as I stated earlier, it's established by an Act of Parliament, and the functions are clearly set out in Section 4. The most outstanding of it is to carry out registration functions that are set out in the respective laws. There are a number of laws which give Ursb a mandate to register, to effect the registrations arising from those laws. And as a result of those registrations, we create...
also, in the interest of time, you don't have to go verbatim. Just keep highlighting a few issues.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Thank you very much. Yes, page 1, we have our mandate, which is set out in Section 4 of the Ursb Act. We presented it verbatim. And the key services we offered as Ursb, I mentioned them earlier: business registration, industrial property rights registration, corporate enabling rights registration, insolvency services, security interest in movable property registration, and as early as recent as last financial year, the mandate to maintain a centralized register for non-individuals. In terms of governance structure, Ursb, of course, is governed by the Board of Directors, and we have the Registrar General, who is the Chief Executive Officer, and the Head of Management, supported by all of us who are appearing in this before you, honorable members. Ursb has a strategic plan for the next 5 years. Our mission is to be a center of excellence in providing registration services for business formalization. And our strategic plan has 5 core objectives, Honorable Chair, which I spoke to earlier. But what is outstanding is really our commitment to improve access and quality registration services, because we know we serve the public and people must get quality services. Regional establishment, I talked about the regional offices we have as URSB, but Honorable Chair, allow me to add that we also have a partnership with the Uganda Revenue Authority, Ministry of Local Government, Kampala Capital City Authority, where we operate what we call tax register expansion program centers or TRIP centers across the country. And as we speak today, we have 47 operational centers, and the respective locations are set out in the annex to this report. This is like a one-stop center model, where a person who enters a URL office should be able to get URSB services, should also be able to get a license. And we have 47 operational centers. In terms of our contribution to the National Development Plan, Honorable Chair will contribute to 6 major programs which are highlighted, and also our specific contributions to those particular programs indicated in the report. Key among them is private sector development. I think we play a critical role in that aspect, as well as agro-industrialization. Also contribute to the ATMs and the tenfold growth strategy of government. We know all of us, that's why we're feeding into, especially in our formalization efforts. We contribute to the realization of the ATMs by the government of Uganda. Section 5, in terms of revenue performance, I indicated our performance from 2011 to date, and the curve demonstrates the performance on that page over time. And Honorable Chair, you can see that the graph is really a promising one. It is not characterized by failure, and I appreciate the committee for that support. Registration statistics, we have been able to share statistics for the last 5 years for comparison purposes. Generally speaking, the registrations are stable. We have registered growth, and I don't think I have to go through all of them. The figures are available, and we should be able to explain any areas that may require clarification from the honorable members. On page 5, we highlight the key performance highlights, and these include number 1, business formalization and outreach. I reported earlier that we have decentralized our services. We conduct mobile business clinics, and in the last financial year we had 72 mobile business clinics. Honorable Chair and members, the idea is we know with the automation of our services and our broad agenda, the government's broad agenda to formalize the economy, not everybody is able to access a computer and register his business. So we operate mobile business clinics in the various parts of the country, where our teams walk door to door to business owners and facilitate the registration of those businesses. And Honorable Chair, of course, beyond formalization, we also collect tax revenue, which is a critical responsibility on our part. And so from that exercise, we collected 4.1 billion in the last financial year. We also operate our regional offices, and they also contribute to our non-tax revenue performance targets. In terms of corporate registration and legal reforms, Honorable Chair, we appreciate your support in amending the Corporate and Neighboring Rights Act, which was assented to by His Excellency the President in 2026. The idea was to align corporate legislation in the country with international legal frameworks, and also ensure that the artists and the creatives are able to benefit from their creative works. Also, in an attempt to improve service delivery, the corporate and neighboring rights regulations were amended to remove the requirement of gazetting before registration of corporate. And Honorable Chair, that part explains why we have an increase in the number of registration in corporate. As the Bureau for this financial year, we are undertaking further reforms to fully automate the registration process for corporate registration. In terms of innovation support, I reported that we opened 4 additional TISCs, Technology and Information Support Centers, and as we speak today we have 41 centers, and these are intended to enhance innovation and intellectual property growth in the country. In terms of access to credit, our security interest in movable property register is growing. There is an increased activity by 38% in terms of registration of notices, security interest in notices, which speaks to a use of
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation, when people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mumutima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungu ya kusabula. Mikono juu, free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
Hello.
Ese mwami mukasa.
Mutyaneyo.
Yono broka.
Yenze broka wa mayumba.
Bangambye ne nyumba za mwenunjiko.
Kituufu. Oyagala bisenge bimeka?
Nga bisatu.
Ebeeyi bagigambye?
Bangambye saa 5.
Nedda ssebe eno zaali nnyamuuko.
Lwaki?
Anti langi gye tusiigisa ya mulembe. Anti ne value y'ekitundu yali nnya.
Musiigisa ki?
Global Paints.
Mutya.
Ku ceiling tukozesa Global Mat. Ate munda ne tukozesa Global Silk Vinyl.
Singa kwetaga wabweru.
Wabweru tukozesa Global Weather Coat Emulsion.
Kusiiga gye musiiga. Ogwo omutindo okusasulira sente zonna.
Guli umite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
The parent is Tuliahewa Dixon. And the child is Tuliahewa Esther.
Kambera gwete kwa mchisha ngo ishe watu yahewa Esther wahangura school fees ngene na hateja shana amashebero kwa gonka MTN momo